Today on Lazer Update, we meet James Resty, an English professor here at OCC.
And we asked around campus what students thought about the Pal World controversy. These and more up next.
Hello and welcome to Lazer Update. I'm Casey Capella.
And I'm Liam White. Today is Thursday, March 28th, and it's only just beginning to feel like spring.
Accurate. I felt like I could have been skiing over break if I wanted to.
With only 7 weeks left of this this semester, it's enough to make someone feel like they have missed something.
Then it's a good thing we're here for the rundown. The Candy Heart Craft event is a good example of the ways students on the OCC campus can connect and relax between classes. Lazer Update's own Knox has more.
The Valentine's Day Heart Crafting event is one of many fun and festive events organized by the SGA office for students at OCC. This is one of many colorful little events that, though they are small, have a collective ability to pull students together. A basket full of paint, some wooden hearts, and a couple of friends are all you need to have a good time going to or coming from a class.
So I wanted to organize this event to share some love and kindness. You know, Valentine's Day, even though you don't have a loved one, it's good to just paint, color, make these hearts, and give it to someone you love, like family, friends.
It does help me with more of a connection to the college, you know, like the events like these. I was just walking to go see my friend, and then I seen this, and I started doing it, you know?
Students can slow down and make something to commemorate the spirit of love between generations, to cultivate a relationship with classmates, or bring the love back home. For more information about when and where events on campus are happening, visit www.sunyocc.edu/campus-events for more information.
The Candy Heart Craft event may not be an annual celebration, but there are still many more fun and unique events on the OCC campus. If you want to know when and where they happen, visit sunyocc.edu/campus events for more information.
Pal World is a game with downright striking similarities to Pokemon, the popular show and game franchise. Our Knox questioned students at OCC about what they had to say on the topic.
Pal World is a controversial game that released in early 2024 that exploded into viral success. Today, I'll be asking students on campus what they think about it.
It seems like it's actually a good way to introduce the younger generation into like Pokemon and just that kind of stuff.
Power World, I think it's an interesting take on the Pokemon genre of game, like the turn-based RPG when it comes to capturing different types of creatures.
Power World gives people like myself a chance to actually develop more into a reality where it's both real and that universe.
There's enough like original designs to where it doesn't feel like the entire game is a full-on copy. It feels more like the game is its own thing with small, different inspirations from the Pokemon world.
Though the similarities do seem to be staggering, it appears to be a niche people are happy to experience. For Pulse of the Campus, I'm Knox.
Pal World's rise into the public consciousness turned out to be somewhat accepting. Despite the controversy, it appears people found a niche with the game and played for its composition.
After the break, Dash introduces us to Professor James Resty, an adjunct with the English department.
And later, Jacob Coleman introduces us to Professor Lane Lubar, a teacher at OCC who has been with us 17 years and counting. These are after the break.
Council of Clubs is a bi-weekly meeting for students' clubs that's perfect for finding your people. You can find them in Whitney, room 301, a lecture hall, between 12 and 1 p.m. on April 3rd.
And on Tuesday next week, Planned Parenthood will take their place in Mawini Hall from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Explore your potential, discover your talents, and transform your life at Onondaga Community College. Onondaga provides a wide array of academic programs and state-of-the-art facilities with scenic views all across campus. Onondaga's diverse mix of students enriches classroom discussions, fuels creativity, and prepares you to be part of a community. Visit sunyocc.edu and discover why more than 40,000 students call OCC their alma mater.
I would probably recommend OCC to people if they're trying to find a more affordable route than a private school. And if they're intending on going to a four-year school, I feel like that's a smarter approach. I struggle with math a lot, so it's pretty cool how they offer tutoring. I've been going to that.
What will your OCC story be?
The thing that caught my attention first about OCC is when you are on campus, you forget that you're at a community college and you think that you're at a four-year institution. What I love about OCC the most is the diverse student population. Every semester it's different. The student experience and what they are bringing to campus is really what makes this experience unique. It really has broadened my scope in ways I can better help and serve students. I think that has really made me grow as a professional.
The Music Performance Awards recital will be happening in the Storer Auditorium. The concert will be next week, Friday, April 5th at 12:20 p.m.
OCC Percussion Ensemble will be happening the following Friday, April 12th at 12:20 p.m., same place. Welcome back to Lazer Update. From now, we'll be investigating the work and aspirations of two teachers at OCC, Professor Lane Lubar
and James Resty, two dedicated teachers who make OCC a better place to learn every day.
Professor Lane Lubar is a teacher with a desire to educate everyone, regardless of their situation. Lazer Update Jacob Coleman has more.
Lubar Lane has been an English professor here at Onondaga Community College for 17 years and counting, and she continues to update her teaching resume year in and year out.
Why did I choose OCC instead of other campuses? I like the fact that it is centrally located, but more than that, I like the fact that I can work with students who are urban, who are suburban, who are rural. I like the fact that I can work with different types of students with different, there's a lot of diversity here, a lot of intellectual diversity as well. And I think that is what drew me to OCC in the first place. So some of the ways that I implement, some of the things I implement that other professors might not like or don't do is usually the use of personal electronics. So allowing phones in class, allowing laptops in class, letting people work on whatever they're working on. That's my favorite way of teaching. I would have to say getting in groups, doing practical work, letting people work on papers in class so that I can go to the board and make some magic. And help people figure out what they're trying to say in the way they want to say it.
Professor Lane doesn't have any plans after OCC because her main plan right now is in fact OCC. She doesn't want to change it, and she feels as if she could teach until she's at least 75. Professor Lane looks forward to continuing to teach here at Onondaga Community College.
An incredible example of the sort of drive and passion teachers have here at OCC. But she isn't alone in her mission.
Much like Professor Lane, another inspiring example is Professor James Resty, a seasoned teacher with a desire to share his knowledge with the next generation. Once again, Dash has more.
Professor James Resty is an adjunct for the English department who's been working at OCC for over 15 years. With a degree in philosophy and literature, his passion for teaching is infectious.
I like OCC because of the students. So many first-generation college students as I was, and to see the amount of work and juggling that students do here. I designed a course, an honors course that I taught 3 semesters called Explorations of Modernism. I taught with 2 of my colleagues. It was a ton of fun. I got the Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Teaching last year, as I'm teaching an essential skill, that is how to write easily, how to write effectively. And even today I had conversations with students about how easy their writing had become when they adopted the writing process that was effective, because it's a skill that people don't have. That's what I really love about this job, that many students can walk out of here, having been problematic writers to start, have become writers who can write easily. And it's such an essential skill for college, and it's what defines me here at OCC.
Professor Resty's dedication to the craft gets students engaged in thoughtful and efficient writing to make their literary machinations a reality, whether for pet project or high-budget production.
Another incredible teacher, another classroom of brighter futures. For more information on courses, degree paths, and to register for classes, visit sunyocc.edu.
Breaks next here on Lazer Update, but don't go just yet. Coming up, we've got a story about the destruction of the 15th Ward, the erection of one of the largest highways in Syracuse, and the displacement of African Americans in impoverished families that happened as a result.
It seems like the Deadpool series is getting its third installment, sometime in mid-2024.
With celebrity Ryan Reynolds and Will They, Won't They, love interest Hugh Jackman in leading role, fans will surely be watching.
My major is mechanical engineering technology. Essentially, it's mostly just using like computer assisted programs and machine tools, heavy machinery. OCC for me, I think it's like a more tight-knit community, so it feels like you're communicating with people who want to be here, and they also are very like kind and courteous, so it's a nice space to be in.
Visit sunyocc.edu to learn what OCC could mean for you.
My favorite part of OCC is that probably everyone here treats everyone with respect. I feel like every time I talk to someone or interact with someone, that normally they treat you with a level of respect because you're going to college and because you have the interest of learning. They give out free counseling, they give out like a lot of events. Like you're not really bored on campus because you have clubs, you have events that you can normally do. The library is free. You can, like if you want to do a box of books, you can go to the library and grab a book. Most of the classes allow that.
I found that by going to OCC, it allowed me to enter in programs that would allow me to focus on like my personal life and my work. I think most professors here do want to see you succeed. All faculty here is definitely like more than happy to help, with any scheduling or future planning or, in regards to grades or anything like that. Like, I find most professors are more than willing. I could realistically recommend anyone to attend.
Helldivers 2 is a game about challenging players to work together as an elite team of soldiers to save Earth by pushing back invading hordes of space bugs, cyborgs, and robots. This fast-paced, squad-based extraction shooter has already sold 8 million copies as of March 17th, and its popularity has only been growing since.
But that's not all. The long-awaited sequel to Dragon's Dogma 2, has officially been released. In an infinite cycle of violence, a heartless chosen one brings the full might of the Pawn Legions against the hordes of encroaching darkness. Mysteries and conspiracies await as your journey unfolds. Welcome back to Lazer Update. I'm Casey.
And I'm Liam. And we are going to wrap things up with a segment we like to call Did You Know?
This story that may come as a shock to some, but is about the families and impoverished working class people living in Ward 15 before it became the sprawling highway system we know today. Our Knox has more.
Did you know that there wasn't always a highway in Ward 15? The 15th Ward is yet another example of opportunism and racial prejudice tearing black people from their homes and families and dividing the city. But hey, at least it wasn't immediately followed by more slavery. Even before the construction of the highway in 1959, Ward 15 hadn't been wealthy or well maintained, but despite their living situation, the residents had a close-knit community. The people who lived there didn't move around much. They knew a good deal of the other people in town. It wasn't much, but they were happy to have it. And then the Urban Renewal Project swept all that under a rug. Its goal to slam a highway right down the middle of Ward 15, over the houses and heads of the current residents, to breathe new life into the city. Some of them were given the opportunity to find a new home in the aftermath, but still others faced prejudice in their search for a new home, and after having already protested the destruction of their old one, they then had to protest again to get the people who owned homes elsewhere to let them live there as well, because paying them just wouldn't be enough. Urban renewal projects changed the landscape of American cities in the 1950s and 60s. The federal government gave cities billions of dollars to tear down blighted areas and replace them with affordable housing. Or at least, that's what was supposed to happen. Though, several months ago now, on Monday, February 6th, Governor Kathy Hochul made an announcement that she'd be allocating $10 million to the construction of public housing in Ward 15. Phase 1 of the East Adams redevelopment, set to commence construction in late 2024, will feature 133 units of mixed-income housing, including replacement units for legacy McKinney Manor and Pioneer Homes residents. Community activists speculate that this will, in fact, be putting the people currently residing in the area out. Most of them were and may currently be renting apartments in a state of disrepair, with incomes of less than $35,000 a year. They came to the conclusion that they'd redevelop the two enterprises to create 1,000 new low-income housing units and potentially serve more than 4,000 people. One can only hope that this time the money is used for the people that live there, but maybe that's just too much to ask. Now you know the history of Ward 15.
The tragedy of the 15th Ward may be one of Syracuse's saddest moments in recent history, but at least we know we have a chance to see things set right.
Sadly, this concludes our show for today, but we won't be done until the end of the semester. Catch us between Monday and Thursday at 5 p.m. on our Onondaga's Campus Connection YouTube channel. I'm Casey, and this is Liam, and from all of us on screen and behind the scenes, stay laser focused and have a nice night.